Plotting complex numbers, not much different than vectors or even plotting regular coordinates. The other thing that's going to happen here, if I'm plotting a complex number, is that our x-axis becomes the real axis, the y-coordinate becomes the imaginary axis. So any real portion is going to be, marched off on the real number line, and anything in the imaginary or non-real portion of the complex number, I'm going to march off in the vertical direction because that's the imaginary axis. So if I'm doing 4 plus 3i, then, I have a real value of 4, the imaginary value is 3, so that's where I would plot it. If b was 3 minus 4i, again, the real part is 3, the imaginary part is negative 4, so I move 4 down. That's where it's plotted. So forth, and so on. But that's for a complex plane. If we were trying to graph various things on a regular Cartesian coordinate system for imaginary numbers, the imaginary numbers don't show up there. They just don't. Because the Cartesian coordinate system, or the rectangular coordinate system, is for all real numbers only, no complex numbers. The absolute value of a complex number, it's also known as the modulus. So, be aware of the fact that, I think there are some word problems that just say, find the modulus. You have to know, well, that means you're finding the absolute value of a complex number. And that is kind of similar to finding the magnitude of a vector. I'm just going to perform the Pythagorean theorem on the real part and the imaginary part.